Hey guys, Thomas here. As promised, my previous video hit 100 likes, so now I'm going to be reviewing an anime with over 100 episodes. And that's going to be Yu Yu Arc V. Okay, no, it's
Yu Yu Hakusho.
How do you even quickly, if this video gets over 200 likes, then I'll review an anime with over 200 episodes. How do you even cover such a massive show? Well, frankly, it's super easy. There are less characters here than you can see in some 12 episode anime, and the story itself isn't that deep or complex. It's a pretty standard shonen at heart, which means that it isn't really plot heavy, even simplistic in nature, doesn't even show a lot of different worlds or backgrounds, and the characters don't get super deep backstories that make you think. But that doesn't inherently have to be a bad thing, cause it just gives the characters more time to interact and bond. And what's really good here is the pacing. It doesn't slow down or start going really quickly. All throughout the show it has this nice flow, and that's really important for a long running show. I didn't get bored or it didn't make me want to quit, except for the beginning a bit, because it does have a pretty slow start. And the thing is, if I wouldn't have forced myself, then I wouldn't probably have finished it either. Especially with the first 10 episodes. It's not that they are bad or anything, more so that if I were to stop watching it, there wouldn't be anything that brought me back. Something else noteworthy is that I watched it subbed, and the voice actors did a pretty good job. And when I watched some clips dubbed on YouTube, it just seemed a bit off, so I don't know. But even though the voice actors did a good job, the dialogue choices at points were, oh my god. I don't think that any other anime in existence says "NANI" as much as this show. It's like the go-to word when somebody does something. Not even something unexpected, just something. Do we need anything from the store? Nani? Ah! God damn it.
Nani?
Nani? But yeah, I thought that the flow was good, even though it's a bit too simplistic for me, considering some of the more recent shonen. I'd definitely pick any of the big three over it, or My Hero Academia, or some other shonen. But it's definitely better than Naruto-san or Black Boruto. Who flashbacks on the second episode? Here, they did one flashback in 112 episodes. That's all. Not even a single episode of filler. Your whole show is filler. But now let's quickly go over the story, which, yeah, I can say quickly for a show that has 112 episodes, because it can be split into three main parts. The beginning setup, the Dark Tournament arc, and the World Ending arc. They probably have more correct names, but I don't know them. I'd say that the first 30 episodes are more to set up the characters and the team mechanics, so they don't start a really massive story there. First up, we get introduced to Yusuke Urameshi, our main character who has unlimited potential inside of him. He died in the first episode, which was kind of a twist. I mean, I'd say spoiler, but it's the first that's the premise of the show. Okay, moving on. But then he gets greeted by Botan, who is in charge of guiding him after death. Through some loopholes he gets to live again by doing some tasks and becomes a spirit detective. Okay, well, not anything that cool, but all it means is pretty much that he fights demons and that's it. He meets up with some demon world escapees and befriends them after a while. So now we meet Hiei, who is the lone wolf of the group and has a cool third eye, and Kurama, who is the strategic type and can manipulate plants. There's also Kuwabara, who is a delinquent and Yusuke's rival. And that's all. 4 main characters with some side characters, and we're on our way. They defeat some demons here and there, but overall it wasn't the best of beginnings. But the real action starts with the Dark Tournament arc. This is where shit gets intense. It's an all-out battle between different teams who mostly consist of demons, but our main boys have a bit more in stake. They've been threatened to join by Toguro, the villain of this arc, or else he'll kill them. And honestly, he's an awesome villain. I'd even consider him to be the predecessor to Hisoka, a super strong character who shows killing intent towards our heroes but also teaches them and tries to help them improve. Though Hisoka also had some ulterior motives, which, I don't know, they seem... ugh. But man, I don't know if I'm ruined by modern animation or not, because this didn't seem anything that special or amazing to me. It's decent, it's watchable, but the fights themselves were pretty straightforward and didn't have much complexity behind them. Usually, 2 guys just charge at each other, and the one with the most power wins. Though all the opponents are unique, they have their own personality, their own special attacks, skills, maybe even a bit of backstory sprinkled in there, so they are memorable, but the fights really just are kinda meh. Though the ending of the arc did leave me satisfied with the conclusion and how they ended it. But now the final one, what I like to call the end of the world. After the stakes that Dark Tournament had, and the incredible boss fight, I didn't think there would be much room for improvement or to like, go higher. But I should know by now that shounens always find a way to level up. Because when before our main characters' lives were in danger, now the whole human race is in danger. Another person showed up who used to be a spirit detective, but wants to open up a large portal to the demon world so they could take over the human world, and our gang has to defeat them. It does introduce new power mechanics to the world and more colorful characters. Even the action scenes seem to have gotten a bit better. Like one of my more memorable ones was when Yusuke was fighting the doctor, and everything looked gritty and dark, and it was just an intense scene, and I felt that the mood that they were showing was pretty fitting. But overall, the climax ended again with two people just duking it out, going against each other by slowly leveling up their powers, nothing that special, and finally one of them winning. Okay, fine, the story still does go on a bit more. After the final climax, Yusuke wants to go back to the demon world to find his relative, and this time the stakes are kinda higher because it's about who gets to be in charge of the demon world. But it's something like 10 episodes long, has more of a campy tone to it, so I count it more of a cheerful epilogue to the whole show. So in the end, I was satisfied with it. I wouldn't say that it's a must-watch or one of the best shounens out there, but it was entertaining. It has aged semi-well, and if anything, it just made me look forward to rewatching Hunter x Hunter, because the same writer, Yoshihiro Togashi, created both, and personally, I'd say that Hunter x Hunter was an improvement in every way. It's like a Yu Yu Hakusho 2.0. He took what he learned from this show and poured everything into this one. There are even a lot of characters and skills that you can see directly inspired from it. Okay, no, I just started rambling about Hunter x Hunter now. But I'd say that Yu Yu Hakusho is a solid 7 out of 10. A good and an enjoyable watch, but I wouldn't expect anything deep or thrilling from it. But guys, since you did so well with the 100 likes, let's try to get 200, and I'll review something with over 200 episodes because I have so much free time. Oh, I can't wait. And also, if you want to see what I come up in the future, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification button, or any other buttons that YouTube comes up with in the future. And I'll see you in the next review.